everybody. It is 12:02, a few minutes late. Hey, it's Douglas Block. It's September 8th, after Labor Day, 2019, United States of America, Portland, Oregon, as my mother used to say. It's cloudy out. It rained yesterday. We're going into fall. Boo-hoo-hoo. All right, Arcade Cup. Hey, Jason, Chom Choms, Amanda Nelson, Chris Geyser, Anthony. You had a rough week? Yeah, well, I understand that one. I've had a rough lifetime, but what goes down must come up. 99 cents from Arcade Cup, starting off our little super chat. Thank you very much. Frevo, I haven't heard from you. Of course, Beth D, Chris, Anthony, Chris, Amanda, and here you are coming on. Tokiro, I heard of DMT and shrooms helping depression. Well, I've heard of microdosing of mushrooms, but boy, DMT is, then you're playing with, chemicals on a depressed brain. No comment on that. Rin W, nice to see you. SVBZ, I don't know who you are, but nice to see you too. Kristen S, Michael Stageman, Kimberly, nice to see you all. I think I should start wearing my contacts because I can't figure out how to have these reflections not be on my glasses. This too shall pass. Thank you, also, Anthony. By the way, Jason Clulo gave a nice joke last week. I want to tell you some Jiminy. Let's try it again. I want to tell you some chimney jokes. I've got a stack of them. And here we go, right? Let me see if I can, maybe I can find some here on my Chrome. Yeah. Here we go. Yes, did you hear about the cross-eyed teacher? She got fired because she couldn't control her pupils. Boy, that's pretty bad, isn't it? All right, how many people are watching? I have to go ahead and expand this thing here. 37, okay, not too bad. And now we have to do the pop-up chat again. Whoops, what have I done? Restore chat. There we go. Just give me a second, folks. Okay, now I can see everybody again. Thanks for bearing with me. All right, well, two tectonic plates bumped into each other. One said, sorry, my fault. All right, Mobius is back. You're still alive, by the way. I thought you would be. Robo Perch, nice to see you. Mohammed, hello from the Gaza Strip. Yes, my favorite people. All right, well, here we are having our normal 1 hour live chat where I try to answer questions about mental health recovery. Again, as I said on my little disclaimer before we started, this is for informational purposes only. Any questions you have about treatment and drugs, anything having to do with psychiatric problems, I refer you to your own doctor, psychiatrist, nurse practitioner, psychotherapist, etc. I'm here just to kind of generate discussion and most importantly, help you guys connect with each other to form community, because it's one thing we know about recovery from depression, manic depression, anything, it's that we do better when we're connected with people because we are social pack animals, so we need each other. Remember that, everybody. No man is an island, as John Donne, the great poet, said years ago. And we need each other. Nobody can heal in isolation. Community is the way to go. That's what our brothers and sisters in AA told us. The fellowship, right? Experience, hope, and strength. That's what we're hearing. That's what we are here to share, and I am mumbling my words. Anyway, the Super Chat donation button right here in the lower left corner. Just click on the $sign, 99 cents and up. I'd appreciate it. Okay, 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. You're absolutely right. And I just got a article from the New York Times that said that when you take SSRIs and they help the depression, that actually stimulates more production in the gut. So it goes both ways. The mind helps the gut helps the mind, and I could write a song if I had the mind to. All right. Yes. Mobius Zero, you're wondering about a blood test for antidepressants? Well, certain antidepressants like the tricyclics, you do need a blood test for. Hi, hello from across the globe, Central Europe. Big deal, I was born there. That's what my mother used to say. We're in Central Europe. There's Central Europe is a big piece of land. Anthony Olson, one of my favorite people. What can I do in lieu of intense outpatient program? My psychiatrist recommended it, but my work schedule does not let me be part of the program in my area. Wow. Can you take some time off for work, medical leave of absence? Boy, outpatient programs really do wonders. See if you can even take a couple of weeks off. Sometimes those programs only last 2 weeks. Kenya, wow. Wow, 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 wow. My best friend, who I've known since 1959. What is that, 60 years ago? Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, he's going to Africa, someplace I've never been, and I hear it's really a wonderful place. No one laughed at my joke, so well. Hey, Lazy Eye Ranch, from outside of Palm Springs, living off the grid on a ranch where sometimes bridges don't take her to civilization. So I haven't written back. It's been a strange week, but aren't they all? A friend told me I should write a book, but no one would believe it. Long, straight trip it's been. Hey, you're plagiarizing from the Grateful Dead. That's okay. There's nothing new under the sun. Yeah, Kenya, cool. Slovenia, aha. Wasn't that part of Czechoslovakia at one point? Hey, my parents come from Central Europe. My mother comes from Romania. Isn't that nearby? All right, I feel shame about my anxiety and to be jobless, so I don't meet people, even my friends, except one or two. Well, there is nothing to be ashamed of. When you have a mental health disorder, it's a brain disorder, right? Just like when you have a pancreas, you have diabetes, it's a pancreas disorder. When you have palpitations, it's a heart disorder. The brain is no different than any other organ. Forget this stigma. Let's get rid of this stigma. I'm tired of it. People having to make excuses because they miss a day of work because they're not feeling up to it. Well, phooey. Although in America, I think we're better off than most countries, really. So let go of that shame, my friend. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Seriously, you're courageous for even being here. You know, we have it a lot tougher than the average person. So we should give ourselves, a pat on the back. A pat on the back for hanging in there. That's what Christopher Reeve said. The great man who played Superman, had that writing accent, became paralyzed from the neck down. A hero is somebody who continues to persevere in spite of overwhelming obstacles. That's what a hero is, and he played Superman. He should know. Don't be ashamed. I agree, Jason. I recommend reading Healing the Shame That Binds You. Hey, that's an old book by John Bradshaw. I would love to see Kenya. Lots of great animal sanctuaries. Yes, 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 yes. I think my friend is going through that. Through suffering comes change and comes compassion. Hey, let's hear a stupid joke from Jason. In the meantime, does anybody get this joke? I have this rare disorder. I keep calling out cauliflower, broccoli. I went to the doctor. It was diagnosed as Floret's syndrome. Cauliflower, broccoli, Floret's syndrome. Raise your hand if you get it. I think it's a cute joke. Oh, quite a few things. Movie this year. Yes, my obsession about North Korea's return. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, it's good that you leave it at that. We've heard about that. Oh my God, a bird. I need to feel my bird feeder. Oh my goodness. No worries, Lazy. I'm just glad you're okay. Oh, Kimberly, I like that. You got it. Tourette syndrome. Tourette syndrome was when people shout out these, swear words without even being able to control it. Broccoli, cauliflower. Young Masked 3R. Hey, how you doing? Chris Geiser, September Suicide Prevention Awareness Month. Wow, that's an excellent question. I know it's the Universal Prayer Day at Unity a week from Thursday, but I shouldn't bring this up because I might get demonetized, but I got an article from, does anyone listen to all Weekend Edition here in the United States? NPR, an amazing radio network. Scott Simon, Saturday Edition. Turns out that one group that is really vulnerable to, I'll call it self-harm, are veterinarians. Their rates of death are twice of those in the general population. And I didn't figure that out at first, but when they actually did the story, boy, veterinarians are under a lot of pressure. They often work alone, they're isolated, and they have to euthanize animals all the time that people love. It's very stressful. And oftentimes, the parents of these dogs and cats, the owners are very, get very upset when the animal's sick, as they should be. But anybody know any veterinarians? I was working once in a clinic and someone came in because they were addicted to some of the medications. So it's a tough job. Anyway, what do you call a judge with no fingers? Justice thumbs. Okay. That's very, very funny. It won the best joke at the Edinburgh Festival, James D. Wow, well, who was it that told me that joke? Really? Are you serious? Hey, Chris, why don't you look that up on Google for me? Oh, Florida sucks. Yes, yes, yes. My parents lived there for 35 years. They went there every year. It's not horrible, but I would never live there instead of Portland. I get it. I was predicting the punchline would be something to do with cruciferous, since both of these fall into that category. Lazy Eye Ranch, you're literate. I like that. I lived in Florida, Orlando, added to my depression, anxiety. Environment does matter, absolutely. Anybody hear of Woody Allen's Annie Hall? There's a lot of really good puns and jokes there, which I'm trying to remember. Anyway, here's a one-liner about Woody Allen I like. Woody Allen is a New York Knicks basketball player, New Yorker. He's married to this woman, not getting along. She has all these people from prestigious universities visiting, and all he's doing is locking himself in the room and watching the Knicks on TV. His wife writes and says, come on, you got to go down and mix with the company. We have a chair from Harvard, there's a chair from Princeton, there's a chair from Columbia. Woody Allen says, one more chair will make a dining room set. All right. Yes, a lot of traffic in Florida. Well, anybody have to say anything? Any successes? How are you guys doing on your mental health recovery? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough exercise? Are you getting enough good food in your diet? Because, you know, as our friend said, the gut and the brain are connected. If you want a happy brain, create a healthy gut. That was one of my most popular videos. We need to have, you know, vegetables with fiber, maybe some probiotics, but definitely not processed foods. I recently discovered you. You do excellent work. Well, thank you, TNT. That's one of my favorite television networks. Mr. Block, could you touch on aromatherapy for depression? Thanks. Well, that's interesting because one of my clients' wives specialized in aromatherapy. Yes, certain sounds go right to the brain. There's a whole bunch of literature on that. It goes all the way back to Ayurvedic medicine. I'm sure there's something to it. I would not, you know, stop my antidepressants and start smelling lavender. But, you know, everything helps. I think it would be a nice, you know, adjunctive thing to use, but I certainly would not, you know, if you're seeing a psychiatrist, you don't give up what you're doing. But I find lavender very healing, and there must be some scents that are helpful for anxiety. Anybody know about aromatherapy here? Raise your hand. Andre Bizak, I've been following your channel lately, trying to find some helpful things for me. It said there are a lot of them. Thank you. You're welcome. I believe in hope. I believe that recovery is always possible. Restoration is possible. God, if we don't have hope, what do we have? And, you know, when people lose hope, then they become desperate and think about, you know, hurting themselves. So thank you. Staying busy and doing things around the house. Yes, 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 Chris. My wife said she'd leave me if I didn't stop singing songs about monkeys, but I don't believe her when I saw her face. Oh my God. Jason, no one's going to get that unless they know the monkey song. All right, let me go look up what's going here. Let's move this over here and see what some of the earlier comments were. Oh yeah, Justice Thumbs, right, we got that. Too much traffic. 15 years, very difficult now. I feel very weak. I started practicing meditation, but it's not enough. Well, if you go write me, douglasblock@gmail.com, I will send you a slideshow for free. 85-page slideshow of a seminar I did on anxiety. Of course, now I have to find my little cheat sheet, which of course I've misplaced. So, nope, I can't find it. I'll just have to type it out. Type out my email address. It's pretty easy to remember. DOUGLASBLOCH @gmail.com. Okay, so there it is, douglasblock@gmail.com. $10 from somebody, thank you. Matt, God bless you, from the UK. What part of the UK are you from? I love lavender. I don't like Florida either. I live in all these Florida people. But anyway, who is the person? Lavender, Nearly, Rose for anxiety. Very good, Alex. Anyway, the person who said they've been depressed and anxious for 15 years, send me your email address. I will send you a really good slideshow on overcoming anxiety. Moby Zero, I'm glad you lost some weight. Excellent. That's what I'm trying to do. I gained some weight when I took a lot of medication for depression way back when. Sometimes not exercising makes sleeping worse, of course. Wife cheated on me and I just haven't felt well since. Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Feeling suicidal for a week, attempted once. I'm having my moments of despair. I want her back. She wasn't what I could work it out. Look, you're going through a major loss here. Stephen K., you need to get support. One of the people who's going through a divorce here in my group goes to a depression support group. I try a meetup group. This is only temporary. This too shall pass. Time heals all wounds. I'm going to use every cliche, but you can't assume that what you feel now you'll feel in a year or two or even 10 years. So you got to hang in there. Know that this will pass and get help. Stephen K., I want you to reach out to somebody, even if it's your pastor or rabbi or minister, ideally a grief counselor. You can get better. Raise your hand, anybody, if you have gone through a major loss or separation from a loved one, that you felt like crap, you didn't think you were going to get through it, and you did. We need to give Stephen K. some encouragement, and I need to take a drink here. I'm supposed to go bike riding right after this, but I'm trying to see if my friends will postpone or move up my bike ride to right after the chat. Nope, haven't heard from them. Pray, pray, pray. It doesn't start raining. It's going to rain. I want to go on a bike ride so badly because exercise is the number one thing I use to change my physiology. Amen. 52 people watching. Stephen K., can anybody give Stephen K. some support? Suicide hotline really does help in the moment. Sandra, where are you? I'm looking for a number in the UK. Are you in America? An unfaithful spouse is not the reason to take your own life. Very good. Thank you. Very good, Mobius Zero. Good. It will be fine. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Lee, everybody, let's talk to Stephen K. It's going to get better. It is. What's the longest espresso you've ever been through? 70 years and 6 months since the sperm hit the egg. Actually, 71 years and 5 months. Well, don't let that discourage you. It's called dysthymia, low-grade chronic depression. However, in terms of the episode, 18 months. And I shouldn't say that. I haven't been depressed for 70 years. That's ridiculous. I've had moments of joy. But yes, I've been battling depression since I've been a kid. However, in between the episodes, right, like this, you go down, you come up. I've had periods of peace, joy, and above all, productivity, all the books I've written, and that's really helps me being creative and sharing my experience and knowledge with others and helping them, get out of their suffering, which is why I need you guys as much as you need me. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for coming to live chat. Thank you for helping me to be of service. Yeah, 1-800-273-TALK, yes. I know that number. I've memorized that. I give it to everybody else. Thank you, Arcade Cup. You lost your dog, your mother, and your grandma. Well, you're going through grief also. Well, Stephen K., if you're from Georgia, call that number, 1-800-273-TALK, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, or write to me. I have some great videos out there that could really help you. So if you send me your email address, I'll send them to you. All right. And I think I have one more, one more lozenge. Dysthymia is low-grade depression. Cyclothymia is low-grade manic depression, as they used to call it, bipolar disorder. I have been diagnosed with cyclothymia. I think I have it. So did that answer your question, Arcade Cup? Cyclothymia is not a term used very much in the psychiatric profession, but I really liked it. I think it's great. Holly Thomason, does EMDR help? Some therapies help one person, but not the next. But EMDR is an approved kind of therapy for trauma that psychologists all over the United States use. So find someone who's trained in it and talk to them about it. I will. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You rock, Block. I always wanted to be a rock and roll singer. I always wanted to be Mick Jagger. Do you know that he went to the London School of Economics? Pretty smart dude. Anyway, thank you. I love the movie School of Rock, by the way. Okay, SVBiz, you gave me your email address. Now, are you the person I'm supposed to send the anxiety slideshow to? Just give me a yes on that, would you? And I'm going to copy and paste your email address so I don't forget it. If I can do it. Damn it. Not working. Well, get it if I don't. So, yes, I'll get that off to you sometime today or tomorrow. SVBiz. Hang in there. It can get better. Thoughts on the mind-body connection, physical problems, chronic anxiety, symptoms. Do I ever meditate? Interesting you should ask that. I just saw a video on that that really inspired me to start meditating. It's really, really good for people with anxiety. It takes a while, but it calms the nervous system, gets you out of fight or flight. So I'm going to be doing that. General waste. I wanted to take the chance to thank you for your videos and replying to me recently. I'm having the toughest time of my life, but I might be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Absolutely, it has to come. The sun has to rise, spring has to follow winter, light has to follow dark. What goes down must come up. The phoenix, Julie Hayes, my kingdom for a phoenix. There it is, my friend. General waste, if you email me, I'll send you this image, please. Look at this image every day. From the ashes I rise. Anybody who's ever gone through a depressive episode, a breakup, a loss, a death, a physical illness, cancer, you name it. People rise from the ashes all the time. We are a resilient species, ladies and gentlemen. Although I don't know what we're going to do about global warming. Meditation is excellent, says TNT. Scientifically proven and good for the soul. Nice work. Thank you. I park so I can join in eating chocolate. Rosie Bangle, say hello to Lazy Eye Ranch. Sandra, from 2009, I got cancer, got fired, failed nursing school, lost my boyfriend to cancer, lost my mother to cancer, lost my uncle to heart failure, lost my grandmother, and lost my sister to estrangement. Sandra, my compassion goes out to you, and you're still hanging in there. Wow. Zashanali, I would definitely, I know you're feeling desperate. I know you're feeling desperate. Please reconsider it. Things can always change. There is hope. Have I worked with rape kit victims? Well, I'm not a therapist, so no, and I know people who do. I just run support groups, so no, the answer is no, I have not, but I know that's trauma, and I know you need to go to somebody who specializes in that. There are places in Portland where those types of victims can go and get expert counseling. So fortunately here in America we have help, but that's how that must be an absolutely horrible traumatic experience to go through. Chris Kaiser says, very proud of you, Sandra. It will pass. Sunny STX from Florida. Now there's one person I think likes Florida. How many Floridians are there here? There's got to be 6 or 7. Yeah, my grandma, you know, loss is a part of life, gods. I'd recommend a book by Judith Viorst. She's a Freudian. It's a classic book. How do you spell necessary? Oh God, I don't know. I recommend this book. It's a very old book. I read it when I was in grad school. And B-I-O, thank God I'm a good speller, huh? Anyway, it's called Necessary Losses. It's about the fact that life is a series of losses, and how we encounter them is all about, you know, how we live. Yes, Mobius, when people die of old age, it's not so bad, is it? Can you send me your slideshow? Mike Robertson from somebody U Club at UW Club. What is that? Do you know? Where is that located? Okay, anxiety. ANXIETY. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Let me go ahead and click here on, yeah. So I'm repeating that anxiety webinar starting September 29th, 2 Sundays in a row, September 29th and October 6th. live webinar, How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. And if you want to register for it, it's not very expensive. You can call the Unity Spiritual Explorers at this number, 720-636-1738. It's a 2-hour seminar called How to Rewire Your Anxious Brain. We go over that slideshow. It's fantastic. And you can just show up once you register. Not that difficult. I'm going to be talking about it for the next couple of Sundays. So thank you for reminding me. Well, 26 minutes gone, 55 people watching. Let's try to get another donation before the half hour. Take life minute by minute. That's the way I get by. Absolutely, Kimberly. All right, ordinary human. Hello, those. I found out that I have suffered from pre-verbal trauma, being born prematurely and then alone in a clinic on the other side of town. Do you have a hint for me? Yeah. Go to a therapist, find a therapist who specializes in trauma. I was also born prematurely, and so I have also pre-verbal trauma. And there are people out there. EMDR is a therapy they use. There's a book called Waking the Tiger by Peter Levine. And the best book is The Body Knows the Score. But yeah, there's lots of resources out there, so you need just to go, somebody can help you process that trauma. First time here, just kind of observing. Well, thank you, Kathy Adams. Thank you for checking in. I was listening before about loss. I have lost all my family. Wow. It's brutal, but you can survive that level of loss. Thank you, Rosie Bangle. We are a resilient species. You know, what about people who lost their relatives in the concentration camps? Oh my God. You know, but they soldier on. All right, Carmel, King of the Mediterranean Sea. Well, even though things seem to end, never give up hope. Well, that's my motto. All right, dark chocolate. Yes, yes, yes. Good for depression. Good for the body. I think it's helpful to force yourself to get things done when you're depressed, but sometimes that will lift your depression, like walking. Absolutely. Structure, 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 structure and routine. I bow down before structure and routine. When you get up in the morning, have something to do, somewhere to go, something to look forward to. I'll say that one more time. Something to do, something to go, something to look forward to. Create a schedule. Plan things out. Have a ritual, like every Wednesday, I have a movie night with a friend, or every Wednesday, I hike up to Angel's Rest. Or Thursday afternoons, I go to my meetup group. Have rituals, have things to look forward to. That helps so much with depression and anxiety. Aside from exercise and sometimes medication, that's the number one thing I can recommend to people. Structure, routine, things to look forward to. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Give me some feedback on that. Do I have any experience of subliminal audio affirmations during sleep? I don't, but they're all over the place, and I do believe in affirmations. I do believe in ghosts. I do believe in ghosts. Oh, that's from the Wizard of Oz. Sorry about that. But yeah, what's your experience, Matt C? Do you think they work? Do you think if we can survive if the powers that be decide to blow up the world tomorrow? Of course, I'll just move to Mars. Don't worry about it, Mobius. Why do you live in Portland? Why not Little Rock? I've lived in Oregon for 50 years. Why Little Rock? Why not, Asheville, North Carolina? I went to school here. I went to graduate school here. I love the West Coast. What can I tell you? Mr. Douglas, I came from an African country. I feel ashamed because people don't believe or don't understand what that feels like. You're right. I've had other people from Africa tell me that depression and anxiety. In Uganda, they did a poll. 1/3 of the people think depression is caused by evil spirits. Not to put anybody in Uganda down, but that is just not the way it happens. So there's a lot of misunderstanding about depression, not just in Africa, but all over the world. So, but you just have to educate yourself and take advantage of the new awarenesses we have. So I'm glad you're here. Hey, Lagai from Canada. Thank you, Lisa. You are wonderful. Thank you for being such a support. Okay, math hats, I will. Thank you, Sunny STX. I appreciate that. The Bino Snore. I didn't get the book name. I'm in therapy. Oh, The Body Keeps the Score is the name of the book. Not about snoring. Am I left-handed? Nope. I think a lot of depression has, for me, come from loneliness. Yes, domino effect. My next video is going to be on loneliness. Sandra, I want you to write me about it. Please do. I need some feedback who are dealing with loneliness. That's the video I was actually going to write this afternoon. You are a major mind reader. So Sandra, or why don't you just talk about it here? How has loneliness affected your life, and what have you done to try to overcome it? Okay, Sandra, send me an email. I just put my email address on there. I think, yes. And someone made a donation, looks like. Sunny STX, $2. Thank you, Sunny. Routine is important. Wake up at the same time if you can. Thank you. Cardio, I like him a lot. Lazy Eye Ranch. Okay, yes. Nature has a calming effect, absolutely. And I wonder if they suffer from depression. I'm not quite sure what you're referring to. Yeah, does anyone in the group know how to deal with toxic people? Oh, well, you just kind of have to put your arm out and keep your boundaries, set boundaries. You know what they say in AA? Al-Anon, detach with love. So, fortunately, so far I've been very blessed not to be around that. By the way, could you do some prayers for me? The Board of Psychology here in Oregon has given me a fine. I don't even want to mention how big it is. You wouldn't believe it. And I'm trying to negotiate and get a settlement with them. I am stopping my support groups because of that, but that's okay. I have a new book project that I'm really involved in. So send some prayers out about it. Just think of settlement and justice. Think about those two words, justice and a settlement. All right. How long does benzoyl withdrawal last? It depends for every person. You should be working with a doctor. Why do you want to sleep all the time? Because usually that's a symptom of depression. You need to get it checked out. Sandra says, will do. Loneliness is a good theme. Thank you. Please write me. Yes, write to me about loneliness, Sandra, like now, after you get off. I'm working on this script right now, Sandra. Do you know my email address? It's right up there. Hey, thanks for the book. No problem, Rich Smith. You should recommend it to people. Do I ever want to retire? Well, no. We give it away to keep, it says AA. If I weren't doing this live chat, if I weren't writing these books, if I weren't doing these videos, I would be back in the hospital. I need this to have a sense of purpose and mission. Everybody here needs a reason to get up in the morning, and this is one of my reasons. So I probably will retire, maybe at some point, but right now this is my ministry. So thank you for asking. All right, how are we feeling these days? Aside from situational depression, I'm okay. Eating much healthier foods, well, that helps. Yeah, absolutely. Got your email. Yep. I'll write you very soon. Yes, do it within the next 15 seconds. Is Wellbutrin a good antidepressant? For some people it is, for some people it isn't. It helps me. It's helped a lot of my group members, so talk to your doctor, but it certainly has its place. Retirement is a killer. Lagai, you're right. 2 of the people in my support group got depressed after they retired. Thank you, Lagai. I forgot about that. Yes, a lot of people, when they lose their job, they've been doing or retire for 40 years, they don't know what to do with themselves. Kimberly E., thank you, Doug, for what? I don't know. Is it recommended to deal with depression without medication? Mild to moderate, it's probably okay, but you need to get diagnosed first and ask somebody. Certain people can do it without medication if it's mild. Many people cannot. It's an individual decision. You got to work with your doctor. How long does discontinuation syndrome last? Well, I've never gone through it, but as long as it takes the body to detoxify, or not detoxify, eliminate the medication, it will happen. Keep drinking, exercising, and working with your doctor. I took an antidepressant medicine for 1 year. Then my situation went worse, so I stopped. Now I take nothing, but I have some troubles in life and jobless. But I feel better. Good. And your troubles are situational, and you just need to go get support for that. We have 57 people watching, 34 minutes to the hour. It has not rained in Portland yet, but I'm afraid it will. Looking to see if I've got a text if we can do the bikes of the ride earlier. Okay, I might be needing to go for a ride at 1:15, which means I might need to be closing down a little bit earlier, but that's okay. We've got about 15 minutes left. This has been a very, very good live chat. You guys are really jumping in. I want you to, like Lazy Eye Ranch and Rosie Bangle, I want you to trade email addresses, phone numbers. This is your online virtual support group, and I want you to continue it in the week. When I was running my depression support groups, I had assignments. I'd pair people up, and I'd say during the week, text or call, keep the connection going during the week. It was very helpful. You guys do the same. Well, Butrin is wonderful for me, says Lagai. Yep, it's good for me too. Kimberly, hey, thank you. If you want to show your thank you, you can go ahead and make a small live chat, or you can basically become a patron, which some of you guys have been doing. Patreon.com, Douglas Block. It's a website where artists and writers can get monthly donations starting at $2 a month to help sustain their work. It's a crowdfunding site. It's very cool. A lot of really interesting people use it. Just go to patreon.com, type in my name, and see if you want to basically become a patron of this channel. Heavy rain today? Yes. Meditation is usually helpful. Yes, that's right, Sandra. You're right. Does taking daily psychotropic medicine make a person addicted? No. Talk to your doctor about it, but you know, depending on what you're taking. But no, I mean, benzodiazepines, anxiety drugs can cause dependence, but antidepressants and antipsychotic, not really. But again, final answer to your question, talk to your physician or your psychiatrist. But yes, antidepressants are not supposed to be addicting. Anyone else drink lemon water? I used to. It's great. All right, wants to quit her antidepressants because it makes her sick and have headaches. Well, Marilyn, she definitely should talk about it with her prescriber. Mirage 505, you're really not alone. Yes, yes, yes. All right, what is my opinion on emotional self-control DMOS? It's great if you have it and you can practice at it. Thank you from Germany. Where is our friend MD Nixon from Germany? Where is he today? How to control a anxious brain? Well, that's a $64,000 question. If you email me, I can send you that not website, slideshow that I did. Okay, NAMI website. Yes, you're very right. Local groups as well as the Depression Bipolar Support Alliance. Lagai says, I wake up with anxiety in the morning, and then I take Wellbutrin, and I'm much better until 3 p.m. Then I take CBD to help with anxiety. Yes, people have said it helps with anxiety. Of course, here in marijuana, it's legal. Marijuana is legal. There are dispensaries, man. You can get every kind of CBD oil that you could think of with different strains. So I guess we're lucky here. Jorgen Hansen, I believe forgiveness is important in resolving anger. Yes, I have a video called Forgive Yourself for Your Mistakes. Sometimes the most important person to forgive is yourself. Raise your hand, anybody. Does anybody have any problems with self-forgiveness? Boy, a lot of depression, people beat up on themselves. They beat up on themselves. Not a good thing. We already have pretty low self-esteem. So yes, 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 self-forgiveness. Ketamine infusion was a huge help. You see, well, ketamine is out there. It's a recognized treatment in America and Canada, and it helps some people, not others. It's like everything else. Sam Perillo, meditation gets you out of the mind sick with thoughts into spirit which has no thoughts. Boy, Sam, that says it better than I could. Hey, ordinary human, hey out there. My heart goes out to all of you humans who have to work just harder than others to get along with your heads and hearts and guts. Love from Europe. Thank you, Sam, ordinary human. What part of Europe are you from? Hey, Crystal, Chantel Bra, you're from Germany too. Yes, well, we've had many, many people in Germany here. Is my cat okay? Bruce, my goodness. He's back home again. He's eating his overpriced grain-free cat food. His coat is getting better, and we got a new identification tag for him, but we have to put it on. Thank you for reminding me. Anyone from the Netherlands here? Yes, hopefully. Definitely the Depression Bipolar Support Alliance. I went to a local support group. It was really good. I will go again. Sandra, you're a wealth of resources. Look forward to hearing from you. The cat is fine. The cat is doing great. Germany as well. Okay, there's ordinary human from Germany and somebody else. The Unpredictable Duck, Deutschland. Lagai, $13.99. Thank you from Canada. I have no idea why $13.99 came up, but hey, it's better than 12, isn't it? Thank you, Lagai. Always good to have your support. All right. What else can I talk about? I love knowing that I'm not alone. Of course you're not alone. How could you be? Lose yourself in the service of others. Laughter yoga for you. Absolutely. That's why we have this channel. All right. Thoughts on serotonin syndrome? I think it's when you have too much serotonin going on. You can look it up. Talk to your doctor about it. All right. Okay, hey Matt C, I experienced that visual stuff right now. I want to visit Germany one day, says Mobius Zero. I'm able to control my emotions, but I find it can make me too conscious sometimes, especially in social situations. Yes, I'm going to have a video coming up on social anxiety. Lagai says, Douglas, you did shows on CBD and ketamine are both very helpful. Thank you, Lagai. Sandra, definitely the depression bipolar lens. Yep. All right. The only thing still here is my OCD sometimes comes and goes. This is a good sign. Last year was very bad. Well, you just said it's getting better. It's less frequent. So that must be a good thing, don't you think? All right. Ramana Maharshi. How'd you know that was Ramana Maharshi, Lorenzo? Good for you. Blessings. What a great saint he is. Yes. Naha van den Nederland, whatever that means. Do the translations, Chantel. Well, you guys are talking, ich acht. That's either German or Dutch. The early loss of friend to serotonin syndrome, very frightening. Well, I hear it can be life-threatening. I'm glad your friend's okay. All right, time for a joke. My kingdom for a joke. Why do witches not wear flat hats? There's no point in it. Why was the Scarecrow a successful neurosurgeon? He was outstanding in his field. All right, what else can we come up with? Anybody go to church here? I saw this in the church bulletin. I think it was a misprint. It says, don't let worry kill you, let the church help. I'll read that again from the bulletin. Don't let worry kill you, let the church help. Okay, any of you mothers out there, parents, sometimes you have to really do some tough love with your kids. What did the mother coffee bean say to the baby coffee bean? You're grounded. Oh, and finally, why do cats love bowling? Well, it's right up their alley. How's that for a couple of bad puns? Whoops, we got to get back. Yeah, Frivo, if you write to me, I will send you my slideshows on how to control your anxious brain, or just look up my video. The Tin Man got run over. He was foiled again. Oh my God, you were great. Authentic Mexican food. I believe depression is a first world problem and is not really a thing. Well, I don't know about that. I've known people in third world countries that suffer from depression. I definitely think it's more common in first world, absolutely. But I think well, go look at the World Health Organization, the #1 cause of disability in the world starting next year. Why did the math book so sad? Because of all its problems. Oh, Billy Reed, how are you doing? I know that ECT didn't work, and I know you're doing a little bit better, but that's a great quote. I'm going to have to go ahead and copy and paste that. Thank you for that. All right, coming back. And let's come back to here. Still no rain, thank goodness. All right, what are the new comments we're having here? Good evening from Cornwall, England. Yes. What do you call 2 crows on a branch? Attempted murder? I don't get that one, my friend. All right. Oh, Mirage, I like your sunglasses. All right, anything else we can have here? Damo S, looks like you're going, again, speaking not English. The dark evenings are starting to come in and my depression's on my way. Patty Brady from Ireland. Hey, I've been reading some articles from the Irish Times. It's a really good paper. They want me to subscribe for $4 a week. What do you think? Should I do it? You need a light box, seasonal affective disorder. Look it up on the internet. There's lots of ways to deal with the darkness, but I agree. It's coming here to Oregon. Also, we're at 45 degrees north, and yes, we get shorter days, especially when daylight savings time stops. What did the cookie say to the other cookie when he got run over? Crumbs. Okay. Thank you, authentic Mexican food. Thoughts are like clouds, just watch them passing by. You are not your thoughts. That's beautiful. A group of 3 or more crows is called a murder. Didn't know that. All right. Hi, no longer is the reference third world countries, but undeveloped. Okay, thank you. Or emergingly developed or whatever. How does one recover from cruelty? Wow. Forgiveness, but first see a trauma therapist and process your feelings and, work out the pain and grieve. Definitely you need the help of, someone who works with that. Okay, a flock of crows is called a murder. I didn't know. Attempted murder. Thank you. Thank you, Rosie Bangle. I appreciate that. I've never heard that term. Why would a flock of crows be called a murder? Oh my God. I told my therapist I'm done with Twitter. He didn't follow me. Man, where do you come up with these things? Okay. Pascaro, Senator, I do take antidepressants, but the feeling was there before, but way stronger now with medication. I just feel less tired, but the weight is there. Lorenzo, in some moments, just viewing the Ramana Maharshi portrait reminds me of the blessing of being at 1 year of my worst depression episode. Thanks, Doug, for your great support. Big hug to you, Lorenzo. Well, do you have a picture in your own house? I mean, you can go to some sort of metaphysical bookstore and get one, or just download it from the internet. He's a light, isn't he? What am I doing to manage lymphedema of the leg? I had some really nice closed-toe socks from Juzo. I'll write this down, and elevating it, and really cleaning up my diet. My lymphedema is basically at its best. It's been for a while. I still have swelling in my foot, but boy, my ankle is great. So anybody who needs compression stockings, you can go to your lymphedema therapist or your doctor, and a lot of people wear compression stockings, athletes, people who work on their feet like nurses. My podiatrist uses them, but Juzo is a very good brand. There are many others I know. Well, Joyce, I'm glad you're entertained by these live chats. Do you have a joke to share? Did you hear about the population of Ireland? It's Dublin? Well, yeah, but has Ireland become very prosperous? Because in the old days, it was the potato famine. Patty Brady, you're going to like this. Ireland is becoming prosperous because its capital is always Dublin. Not my joke, my accountant told me that. Okay, is talking and reasoning to yourself aloud a sign of mental illness? No, I talk to myself all the time. Oh, they go around murdering things, critters? I didn't know the crows did that. I thought they just ate everything on the ground. Is it possible to recover from chronic depression? Of course, depression is treatable. That's why we have this channel. That's why all these books are out there, and clinics and therapists and psychiatrists. It's treatable, yes. All right. It is now 50 minutes. Oops, it's 12:50 already. Let me see if we're going to be writing. Nope, not yet, but I'm going to close down in 5 minutes at 12:50. I have 61 people. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm glad I hope this is helpful. And maybe we could use one more donation before we close. Mobius Zero, I think that eternity is too eternal for there not to be something that might qualify as life being defined as large as life. I'm not quite sure what that means. What does a cat eat for breakfast? Mice Krispies. Boy, is that bad. Oh, that is so bad it's good. Can DBT help with shortness of breath? Well, shortness of breath is a symptom of anxiety, and DBT works for anxiety, or is used for it, so it's quite possible. However, shortness of breath could be because you have a heart condition. So if you have shortness of breath, you got to go see a doctor, my friend, and get it checked out. Because if it is anxiety, you can find things like DBT. If not, you need to get some treatment pretty quickly. I had to do mice Krispies. Every time Bruce brings a mouse in, I free the mouse and make it go away. Nope, that's the wrong thing I plugged. Let's try this. There we are. Mobius Zero, donate to you next week, Doug, hopefully. Thank you. I've enjoyed this live chat. Marilyn, well, nice to hear from you. All my tests are clear, sir. That's good. Hopefully your daughter gets better soon. Me too. Please address severe chronic pain, depression, and anxiety that comes with it. Lisa, I I have a video called Depression and Chronic Pain, Hell on Wheels. So you should look that up. $50 something or other. Is that $50? If that's so, that is the ties for the highest contribution we've ever gotten. Wash in Italy. Thank you so much. Do you live in Italy? Anyway, hey, for that donation, you get 2 things I'm going to send you for free. This is my memoir, When Going Through Hell Don't Stop, How I Got Over a Severe Depression. It's the thing I'm most proud of writing. And the other thing you can get is the Healing from Depression chart. I usually show this to people. 45 different ways to improve your mood with self-care activities. So email me, my friend, and thank you for that amazing donation. And I appreciate you too. And this is the first time I've heard you or seen your name. Have you been following these chats for a while? Anyway, let's all give a hand of thanks to Wash in Italy for supporting this channel. Yeah, it is amazing. Well, thank you so much for your generosity. Email me, douglasblog@gmail.com. I'll send you that stuff. Any good solutions for dealing with brain fog? I get on my bicycle and exercise. If it's caused by depression, get that treated. Yes, Dorian did not take you out, Mobius Zero, in Miss Florida. Jem, thank you so much for your wonderful comments on my YouTube. I really appreciate you. I'm sorry you've had some bad meltdowns. You will get better. What goes down must come up. Remember the phoenix, remember the phoenix, remember the phoenix. Here it is. Every time I feel bad, I then feel up or better. This is you, Jem. I want you to write to me on my comments and tell me that you're feeling better within a week or 2. You are going to be better by the middle of September, or yeah, what is that, 7 days from now? 9 days from now. Susan McDonald from Virginia, I love you. Too bad I'm going to be leaving in about 2 minutes. Thank you, Chris Kaiser, for $2. And thank you for being a patron. I really appreciate it. What do you call an Italian frog? A bigger mist? Oh my God, this is bad. Hey, Susan, thanks for joining, even if it's for a couple of minutes. Knock, knock, who's there? Frida?
Which one?
That was Siri butting in.
Which one?
That's okay, Susan, but I'm going to have to turn off my phone if Siri keeps
To
interrupting.
power off your iPhone, press and hold the power button.
My God, that's amazing. That's never happened before. Well, I'm going to be signing off. Any final questions, donations? Thank you again. Wish I was in Italy. Oh my God. I do too. I always wanted to go to Italy. It's on my bucket list. I'm 70 years old. I loved Italy from the time I was 5. All my friends in New York were Italian. I kept mispronouncing your name. I wish I was in Italy. Hey, let me know how to get there. You know any good cheap flights? Send me a travelogue, will you? Thank you. Does Wellbutrin give anxiety? For some people it does. I went to catch some fog. I missed. Why don't cats play cards? Too many cheetahs. Who said that? Susan McDonald, you've redeemed yourself for coming late. I'm copying and pasting that joke for sure. Don't you love cheetahs? They're so fast. Clairbon, hello and goodbye. Food that helps with anxiety. Anything with, what is this thing? Is it potassium in it? I think foods with tryptophan, that's right. Let's all meet in Italy, Jorgen. I appreciate you. You're closer than I am. Do you sometimes feel like you're behind in life? I'm not quite sure what that means, but not really. What do you think about gabapentin for anxiety? I know people who take it. It's a mood stabilizer. My brother uses it and I've used it. Omega-3 foods help. Thank you, my friend Matsy. That's what I meant to say. Omega-3 connection. The brain is basically fat. So if someone says you're a big fat slob, say, that's okay. Or a fathead, that's right. Everybody here is a fathead. I love it. Anyway, you need omega-3. to make the lining of your the myelin sheaths because they're made of fat. So people need fat, and omega-3s are essential fatty acids. They're great. Okay, my book is helping me so much, Claire Bowman. Which book is it? Could you touch on how to help women who have gone through miscarriages, SK? Well, yeah. I would go to a clinic run by a woman or see a woman doctor and talk to other women who've gone through miscarriages. It's a grieving process. I wouldn't know the first thing about it, but there are people out there who have gone through it and can help you. Read about it. You're not alone. I meant missing opportunities or not doing the best you can, etc. Yeah, I've missed opportunities. I have regrets, but fortunately they're getting less and less. Oh, healing from depression? Do you mean the book that I've misplaced? Oh, you mean this book, Healing from Depression, 12 Weeks to a Better Mood? Yes, this is the thing I'm most proud of, actually, even more than when going through Hell Nonstop. A body, mind, spirit recovery program. Everybody should go on Amazon and get this book. It's really inexpensive, and boy, does it have good stuff in it, right? Okay, I like the fact it's got a 12-week to-do list. It helps. Yeah, well, there's lots of good stuff in there, and it's not mine. There's nothing new under the sun. All right. So, the unpredictable dog. Playing kendama is good for against depression. Don't know what that is. The live chat was very nice. It's nice to know that I'm not alone. That's what this is all about. How do you deal with regrets, forgiveness, and realize that everybody's got them? Well, it's 57 minutes and 20 seconds. A week from today is the 15th of September. We'll be halfway through the month. Where did the year go? Guys, the older I get, the quicker it gets. Pretty soon, we'll all be out of here. But I'm planning on staying around as long as I can. I've got work to do, everybody. Or as someone once said, God's not done with me yet. That's what some sort of a veteran said. God's not done with me yet. Well, I hope you guys all feel the same way. It's important that we be here. We all have a purpose to bring more love and light to the planet. Don't ever think you don't have a purpose. Just by your presence, just by being loved, just by expressing love, you are doing good things. We're all balls of light, and God knows we need more light on the planet. So everybody here, let your light shine. Love your neighbor as yourself. And until we meet again, I wish you the best in your mental health recovery. Thank you all.